The psychological effect of clothes on your feminine journey. Well, hello, I am Unique Swanda, your style concierge, and welcome to another Fashion Friday sessions with your style concierge here at the Black Swan Relationship Academy. Now, before we go ahead, as you can see the title today, I'm talking about something I really love, how clothes affect our mood and how clothes just change your general feel of yourself. I'm just going to give you some points about why I love this topic, and then we'll go into how clothes will affect your feminine journey. Okay, so first of all, clothes are like, got my notebook with me today, so I'm getting into some serious business. Okay. So for me, clothes are like a second skin. We all wear clothes, right? Whether you're going to bed, whether you're out of bed, at work, at home, we always have a layer of clothing on, unless if you're in a certain type of camp, you know what I mean? And they're the closest inhuman thing to us. They are the closest layer of things that we have on us. Apart from our pets, of our kids that are always hanging on our every limb, as it were, even when they're teenagers, trust me. And they're essential, and we all wear them. And when we dress, we act like we're guiding the viewer to what we want them to think. Like, I know today you have obviously come up with some sort of idea of who you think I am, just on my hairstyle, just based on how I have put myself together to show up in front of you. It's like a crucial introduction to self. I am introducing you to a glimpse of who I am, and that's what clothing does. It captures the value, and we are drawn to what we want close to us. It also embodies value that enchants us and beguiles us. Clothes also clear up misconceptions. Like, if I had to change right now and be in denims, your view of me would definitely be very different to what your view of me is right now because of this dress that I'm wearing. And we communicate to others who we are by the way we dress. And also we remind ourselves of who we are because of how we dress and our choice in clothing. They are literally like, clothes are like our most carefully written autobiography. It's like your signature every single time you step out of the house, and how you present yourself to the world. And when we come to the whole journey of your femininity and your feminine journey, and how it translates in clothing, it's like we always want to bring about a happy feel. The French novelist Stardale once wrote, "Beauty is the promise of happiness." The feminine journey is really about that. It's about embracing your soft, intricate delicateness as a woman, and how best to show that in your clothing. So the way we grow up, like when we're young, we are dressed by our parents. We are dressed by our moms. They choose things for us, and then at about age 4 or 5, we start to think we have an opinion on what we're dressing, but it's already been picked for us, and what we're doing is just choosing from a select few things. And then we go to school and we're dressed in uniforms. Uniforms are then defining who we are in that space and in that moment. And when we get home, like the other day I was saying that how you get into your home clothes because your parents are expecting you to play, as it were. Whereas I guess now there's not much of that going on in our society. And then you go into college, you go into high school, after uni. And to be honest with you, when I was in uni, there was like a dress code. It was denims and boots and like really interesting tops and t-shirts. I went to uni a bit later on in life, so I can't say I thought I had a signature look, and going to uni kind of changed that for me. It made me become a little bit more casual. I started to wear a bit more jeans. I started to wear things that were functional and practical. I can't say that my feminine journey had already started then, because I was still a bit of a tomboy. I still am. I still have those little bits of me, but you wouldn't be able to tell, right, just from looking at me. So the psychological effects of clothes on your feminine journey is that it's really in the choice of your clothing. The clothes that you choose are what are going to signal feminine. So I'm talking to the women who want to embrace that feminine lifestyle fully. And yes, we are all masculine and feminine, but as feminine women who want to attract a high value masculine man, you know, like a man, you know, the kind that will provide, the kind that will cherish, the kind that will just adore you, you know, that kind of man. Yeah. So this is what this is for. If you are that kind of feminine woman who wants to attract that kind of man, it's a new understanding that your clothes are already telling your story before you open your mouth. And the thing about femininity is something that you don't have to shout out on the rooftop, because it's got nothing to prove. Femininity is not in competition. So we are always taught in life, we've always been taught to compete with each other. When you go to work, you dress in a suit because it is a power thing. You are trying to show that you are going to be a powerful addition to this workplace. But when it comes to feminine clothing, and we meet a masculine man, it's not about that. It's really about showing him that you are soft, and you will literally provide him with this amazing shoulder he can lay his amazing head on. He can, you're portraying that you're going to bring about this warmth to his life. You want to portray that, not that because he deserves that, but because that is who you are. You are a feminine woman, and you want to portray an air of warmth. You want to portray an air of relaxedness, because feminine women don't chase. So you want to always have a relaxed feel about your clothing. So, and going back to the way we curate our wardrobes, when you're on your feminine journey, I think that once you've done the work, the internal work, once you've set it up in your mind that you are going to be this feminine, high value woman, the next thing to do is to set up your wardrobe. Now, before I go ahead, I actually forgot, like, share, subscribe, you know, the deal. I totally forgot, because I was so excited to get into this topic and start talking about it. I forgot the house rules. Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, before we go ahead, please add your comments on what you think so far, and go ahead and subscribe and share this video with a feminine, high value woman that is starting their journey, in the middle of their journey, and continuing their journey, because it's an ongoing journey. We start to curate things that allow us to portray the way we feel, the way we feel soft, the way we feel cute and pretty, because that's what we're about. So in curating that wardrobe, because we have to literally start from a place where we scrap everything we have come to know, we scrap everything that we have been taught, we scrap everything that we think we know about femininity. There is a misconception that femininity is weak. Honestly, there is strength to it. There is strength in knowing you wield this power without much effort. When it becomes effortless, that's when you realize the strength of femininity, because it draws out the masculine man. It draws them to you. Just do our part in showing up and positioning ourselves. And dressing is also part of how we position ourselves. We position ourselves in a space where, when we're being looked at, a masculine man is got no choice but to show up, right? He's got no choice but to approach, and he's got no choice, because our smile is inviting, our energy is inviting, our softness is just like, he really wants to look into that mystery, like, who's she, you know? So on this journey of your femininity and redefining who you are as a feminine woman, not just as any woman, as a feminine woman, you are going to need some items of clothing that tell this story, because that is what we're doing. We're continuously telling the story of who we are. We're continuously writing this autobiography and creating this beauty that is the promise of what they're gonna see and feel whenever they're around us. Because remember, femininity is not only just about your clothes that you wear, it's the energy that you carry. It's you stepping into that feminine power and deciding that this is what you're going to walk in predominantly. Yes, you're gonna and for you to even curate this, you're gonna need some masculine energy, because you need to go and get it. You need to chase, not necessarily chase, but you need to be looking for those pieces that make you feel sensual, that make you feel sexy, that make you feel like alluring, that make you feel intriguing. So definite pieces like that, that's what you want to look for in your wardrobe. So as your style concierge, I do offer a consultation. So you could either book a 30-minute consultation or 1 hour, and we can discuss all of these elements of what your wardrobe is going to need into this journey. So I would love to talk a little bit more about this, but I think that's something that I'd really love to share a little bit more on the Swan Nation. And you can join the Swan Nation by subscribing. If you have a look, it is a paid subscription that you can do that monthly. And once you join the group, I have a live every single Monday where you can ask all these questions that will pertain to your feminine wardrobe. Each of us have different journeys. Each of us have different ways of displaying femininity. So it's really about finding your feminine signature. If you also watch the Energy Mastery course, there is a bit where Chengi talks about your energy signature. This also shows up in your clothing. Your energy can be read physically, emotionally, and mentally. So this is how it is read and how it shows up. So if you'd like to develop that signature of your clothing, do definitely book a consultation with myself, Unique Swan, your style concierge, and we could just discuss how you could better your wardrobe and actually tell your story a bit better. We also share pictures of our profiles and our bios, and I could help you work through that as well and show you what kind of works with your body type, because again, different signatures say different things, and what you want to do is always be signaling as a feminine woman. So the feminine dressing not only has an effect on yourself, but also has an effect on the person who's looking at you, the viewer. You are telling them a little story about who you are. You are telling them, you're literally giving them a tour of how you want to be treated, who you are, how you are, when you are, and what you are. And that is what clothes do for us. So I will be back with another video. I really wanted to do the ultimate capsule wardrobe for a feminine woman, and I thought this would be more effective if we started off with the whole meaning of why we change our wardrobe when we're really walking into our feminine power, and then that way it helps you to understand the need to have an ultimate feminine wardrobe, right? Which is what I'll be talking about next time. So join me again next week Friday right here at the Black Swan Relationship Academy on YouTube. You can also check out LEEKHAYA, which is pretty much most of the clothing that I'll be wearing. As today was more of a discussion video, I didn't really want to show too much distraction and distract you with all the fashion and everything, you know, but check out all the reels that we're doing with Chengi over on Black Swan Relationship Academy on Instagram, as well as LEEKHAYA UK on Instagram. Also, if you'd like to book a consultation, go ahead. All the links are in the bio. My name is Unique Swan, and I am your style concierge here at the Black Swan Relationship Academy. And I can't wait to meet some of you on Zoom. I can't wait to meet some of you on the Swan Nation, because oh my god, it's exciting. It's getting to a really exciting time. And as we go into autumn, there's so many things that we want to play around with our clothing that still gives us that soft feminine look even in winter, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, Thank you so much for staying till this long. And seeing as you stayed this long to watch this video, might as well subscribe, like, comment, you know. Let's have your comments. How has dressing feminine been for you? What effect has it had on your dating life? What effect has it had on just your social life and how people view you and how people see you? How has that shown up in your everyday life? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. Let's talk about it. Yeah. Okay, and you have yourselves an amazing, amazing, amazing day. And I'll catch you next Friday, I believe. Yes, on the Black Swan Relationship Academy. Toodles. Mwah.